Hello, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have a read aloud first with a book that I think is amazing. It's called The Thing About Yetis, and it is about a Yeti. And if you don't know what a Yeti is, it's kind of like a creature that lives in a really cold area. Sometimes it can be scary, but this one's really cute. But they live in really cold, mountainous, snowy places. And this Yeti is sick of winter, as I'm sure everybody at Eagle Hill is so sick of winter. It's been a long winter, it's almost March, and it just seems never ending. So Yetis, even though they're snow creatures, they get sick of winter too and start thinking about those warm summer days. And that's what the story is about. And then this story is going to inspire our drawing today. We are going to be making our own Yeti, wishing for warmer weather. All right, without further ado, let's start the book. Okay, so the title of the book is The Thing About Yetis. And remember, a Yeti is a creature that lives in a snowy, cold region. Kind of like the abominable snowman, that's another word, or Bigfoot. And the author, his name is Vin Vogel. All right, let's start the book. So, The Thing About Yetis by Vin Vogel. Open the book here. Always have some nice artwork in the first few pages without the words. So make sure when you're looking at a picture book that you're going to see all the details that the author included. So here is a little preview of what's going to be happening in the story. So we have our Yeti with his stuffed Yeti. That's his friend there. And then over here, there's even other detail. Everyone knows that Yetis love winter. But sometimes winter can be rough, even for a Yeti. In fact, they can get downright crabby. So, on the coldest, wettest, windiest winter days, what's a Yeti to do? Those Yetis, they're full of surprises. So, let's see what happens. Okay, and there's some little illustrations there. All right, the thing about Yetis. The thing about Yetis is that Yetis love winter. It's got its little sleigh right there. They love waking up on snowy and quiet mornings and drinking hot chocolate with their favorite stuffed toy. Look at all those marshmallows. That looks really good. They love sliding down hills on their bottoms and building big snow castles. I feel like some of you have already done that, building snow forts and going down some snowbanks on your bottoms. In fact, I saw the video online. It looks like it was a lot of fun. And pretending they are Godzilla. They love ice skating's Yeti styles on their bellies. Yetis make the best snowballs on the planet. And they are having some snowball fight. And then Flomp, and the best snowman too. So he's pretending to be a snowman. Or no, that is his snowman. He built that. That's how good he is at building snowmen. But sometimes winter can be tough. And you got that wind blowing, swoosh, and he is super cold, even for a Yeti. After all, Yetis get cold too, really, really cold. And when their snowy fur finally dries, it gets a little poofy. On those days when Yetis just can't get warm, and the box of hot chocolate is empty, oh no, Yetis can get downright crabby. So here's a little secret for you. The thing about Yetis is that sometimes they miss summer. Oh, that looks beautiful. Springtime with the birds chirping. They miss playing outside for hours and hours on long, sunny days. They miss looking for little creatures by the sea and having sea monster beauty contests. It actually looks gross. Yetis miss building big sandcastles. And, of course, pretending that they are Godzilla and destroying it all. They miss zipping down splashy slides on their bellies. That looks fun. They miss wishing on a shooting star, the glowing light show of hundreds of fireflies, and the sound of crickets on warm summer nights. The thing about Yetis is that Yetis love winter, because on the very coldest, wettest, windiest winter days, Yetis know just what to do. They make the warmest, coziest, calmest summer day right at home. So that's how the Yeti deals with those long winter days, and he's over it. So gotta get inside and just make yourself warm and kind of just make believe it's a summer day and just know that summer is coming soon. Okay, so he is gonna inspire our artwork for today, and let's get started. So when we're drawing the Yeti, we're gonna have him standing up tall, so I'm gonna have the paper in portrait mode, so that means up and down, so we have a lot of space to add our Yeti. The Yeti, he's a pretty basic shape, kind of like an oval shape, kind of like a gumdrop or potato, or like Grimace from McDonald's, if you remember that. Those are for the teachers. Hamburgerland. All right, so here we go. The first thing we're going to do is we're gonna draw his body shape, which I said was basically like a gumdrop. So we're gonna start at the top of his head. So I'm not going to draw the winter hat that he has on. You can add that if you want, but I'm just gonna draw him without his hat. And the first thing I'm gonna do is he's got a little bit of hair at the top of his head, kind of like some fuzz. So towards the top of your paper, but not too high, you're gonna draw some curvy shapes. And this is gonna be for his hair, or that fluffiness that's on the top of his head. And then after you do that, you're going to make the top of his head. So I'm gonna make a curvy line going this way. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just a curvy line. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down, and this line's gonna go out a little bit because look, he's getting a little bit wider towards the bottom. And then you're gonna turn that line in, and it's gonna go up. And before we go all the way around, I just wanna bring this line down so they know where to meet. So I'm gonna make my curvy line come down. It's gonna come out a little bit. And then it's gonna come down and meet our first line right there. After that, you're going to draw his feet and his legs. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw an L line, and then it's gonna come out, it's gonna be curvy, and that's going to make his first foot. So it's gonna go across, down, and then up and around, and there is his first foot. And then to make the other one next to it, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna make that L line, but this way it's gonna be pointing this way, so I guess it's more like a J. Go up and around, and then back up. And then he's got some toes, you can just draw some lines. Boom, boom. Super simple. To draw his hands and his arms, it's pretty simple. So what we're going to do is towards the middle of his body. So I want to go halfway down from our first line, and that's where we're going to start the arm. So we're just going a straight line. And before my line gets too close to the bottom, I'm going to have it curve around, kind of like a J again. Just like that. So straight line going down, and then around a curvy line like a J. That's gonna make its first finger. Then we'll do another curvy line for his second finger, and then another curvy line for his other finger. And then we're gonna go up. There's gonna be kind of a, not a curvy line, but a jagged line. That's gonna make like the texture of the fur, and that's gonna go up like that. And we can't see his other hand on the other side, but we'll add something in a second. I want to work on his face now. So in the middle of his head over here, we're gonna draw 2 big circles for his big eyes. So a big circle here and a big circle here. Then we're gonna draw his nose. So underneath his eyes in the middle, between them, you're gonna draw a rainbow shape. And then a U, a little tiny U, then a bigger U, and then a smaller U. Just like that to get the shape of his mouth. And then you can make his mouth in any expression you want. I'm just gonna do a little half circle like he has, kind of like a smirk. And then I want him looking up towards the snow, so his eyes are gonna be looking up this way. So I'll put a black dot here, and a black dot here. And then since he's trying to make himself cozy, maybe he's drinking some cocoa, so on this side we'll draw a mug. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna draw a curvy line right here, kind of opposite of where his first arm is. And then another rainbow line over top of it. This is gonna make the top of our coffee mug, or our hot chocolate mug, I should say, not coffee mug. He could be drinking coffee, I guess, if you wanted him to. And then I'm gonna draw another curvy line, the same line that we drew up here. And then we need to draw his fingers. So I'm gonna draw a C shape, or not C shape, C line, C line, C line. And those are gonna make his fingers, and then we're just gonna close those up. So those look like his fingers grabbing the mug. And then we're gonna draw some marshmallows in there, because he looked like in the story that he really liked marshmallows. So it's basically the same shape that we drew for the coffee. I keep saying coffee mug, I guess I want coffee. For the hot chocolate mug, but tiny. And then to make the steam coming out, some straight lines coming out, they can be a little wavy, and then they're curly at the top. Okay. If you wanted to draw a scarf on him, you could draw a scarf on him. If you want to draw a winter hat, you could draw a winter hat on him. If he's really hoping it was summer, maybe you could put some sunglasses on him or something fun like that. But we're gonna keep it winter time. And if you wanted to make his little friend, you could do that too. But I just want to keep it simple. So to make the background, I'm just gonna put my horizon line. Remember, that's gonna ground your picture so it looks like he's not floating away. You can have him looking up at a snowflake. I'm just gonna do an X and then a plus sign in the middle. And we've practiced making snowflakes before, so you guys are pros. I know you're probably sick of seeing snowflakes, but this is gonna be our goodbye to winter. Then I'll add some designs here. And then for coloring, you can use crayons, you could use colored pencils. If you wanna draw some mountains, you could draw some mountains in the background. All right, let's color him in. And he's like super easy to color. So I am just going to outline him with a blue marker. You could use a blue crayon if you wanted to, or colored pencil. He is super easy to color in. And then his nose is pink and his lips are red. And maybe I'll get some brown for the hot cocoa. Let's put a little bit in the cup. And then maybe we'll even color the cup red, just so there's some color in our picture. Add some lines in the back. Color in my snowflake. Maybe I'll add some dots for that snow. And then of course I like using a little bit of pink and purple. Actually, I like this pink better for his nose, actually. Just do some lines, just for the texture. Oops, wrong one. A little bit of pink. And there you have it. You have your very own Yeti. And like I said, you can customize him any way you want. So happy drawing. This is our last drawing involving and inspired by winter. Like the Yeti, we are all sick of winter, so we are wishing for warmer spring days. All right, have fun, enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.